Data, I didn't understand this. Data fiduciaries, education.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Now the meeting is live and we are going to start in next 1 minute. There are people who in the waiting room. I will allow them at sharp at 8:30, but we are having maximum people on YouTube. Teachers, coordinators, some parents will be joining through Zoom, but bachas will be joining through YouTube. And I will be sharing all the questions what they are going to ask live on YouTube. So at the end.
Okay.
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 Okay, now I'm allowing the persons to enter. Sharp at 8:31, so we will start.
8:31.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we can start, ma'am.
All right. So yeah, okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our the series of our endeavor to provide the right information to you, all students that will be passing out of school this year. This is a special edition of admissions abroad and everything that you need to know about it and how you can get ready. So our guest this evening is Mr. Rajarshi Roy. I'll give a quick introduction. He has about 17 years of diverse work experience in banking, data fiduciaries, and education. Rajarshi has helped thousands of students in choosing the right career stream, university, and country. He's a Calcutta University graduate and former alumnus of Citibank and ICICI. He has ideated beyond schooling to take his vision of providing the right education consultation to the masses. I welcome you, Mr. Rajarshi Roy, to this edition this evening.
Thank you, Shoma ma'am. Thank you for the kind words. I think, Sunil sir, should we start now?
Yes, sir. We should start.
So I'll share my screen.
Yes, sir.
So today, what we are going to learn about is like about the countries, about the universities, and we'll have an overall view of what exactly is study abroad, what are the myths, what are the things we should not do, what are the things we should follow, and what are the timelines, when to do what. It is very important because over the period of time, I have always got students and parents coming to me at the last moment that, okay, we want this and we want to go here. But to be very honest, you need to start preparing well in advance. Like as we say that when we are preparing for IIT, if you know that IIT is ranked 151 in the world, and we almost give 3 years to prepare. But when we want to apply abroad, since there is no admission test or something, we think we don't need to apply straight away. Okay, now we are in class 12, let's start applying. It doesn't happen like that. Yes, definitely there are a lot of universities, there are a lot of countries which allow you to even go there at the last moment, specifically UK and Australia. But if I talk about top 100 of the world, you actually need to give a lot of time, and a lot of preparation is required in this. So we will start with the country analysis and see as an overall thing, like what all countries are there. And let me tell you also one thing, that not all countries are suitable for all kind of streams, which is very important. Like if we talk about USA, I personally always suggest students, like if you are going for a STEM course or a design course, then only opt USA. A, because it is very expensive. B, unless you do a STEM course, you will not get a 3 years OPT, which is like, you can say, stay back policy. In other courses, you get somewhere only for a year, and it becomes difficult to get a job in those areas. Now, USA will cost you somewhere around 20 to 45 lakhs. This is the tuition fee I'm talking about. And plus you can add another 8 to 12 lakhs, depending upon the country to country, for the living cost. So then it's Canada. Canada is practically a PR heaven. It's 12 to 30 lakhs is going to be the tuition fee cost. And you can go for practically anything, because you'll get a job, you'll get placed. I'm not saying that you'll get placed in the stream which you have studied in, but you will get placed. Then there is UK, Australia. Netherlands is a very upcoming European destination, which is quite good for its engineering and architectural and management courses. Cost of tuition fee is quite within the budget. It will ranges from 9 lakhs till 14-15 lakhs, and another 7-8 lakhs for your stay. You will get a 2-year stay back visa after that, and job opportunities are there. Germany, our all-time favorite, but we need to be careful with Germany, that I always suggest people that we should not go for a German taught course. We should look for an English taught course in Germany. It's very cheap. Public universities fees is absolute as low as 500 euros per year, and it can go up to 15-20 lakhs per annum for the private universities. Best part for Germany is like most of the people don't know about it. It's like if you can pass the B2 level German, you will get a PR in 24 months flat. So probably the fastest PR route in the world is Germany. Then Finland is another one of my favorite destinations. Finland is very good for people who want to go for computer science innovation. Aditya sir, I think, please stop fiddling with the screen. Finland is a very good destination, the University of Helsinki. If you're going for computer science innovation, you'll easily get a job. Good country, very low population, and the cost of tuition fee is going to be somewhere around 8 to 10 lakhs per annum. Now, moving into timelines, as I said, like it is very, very important for us to understand that preparing well in advance is absolutely the call of the hour. Like if I compare an Indian student, I'm sure all of you have relatives staying in US, Canada, you will see moment they are in class 9, 10, they start thinking about the colleges, right? So they think which college I should go to. They start targeting those colleges. They start preparing for it. So ideally, class 9 should be your foundation year, where you are thinking if you want to target top 20, top 100, top 120 in the world, you need to go like this. You need to take 9th as a foundation year, where you're going to start exploring your areas of interest. Like in India, everything comes in silos. I hope with the new education policy, things are going to change. But till now, it is everything in silos. Like if you want to go for any of the technical thing, you need to take physics, chemistry, maths. Or like if you want to do anything related to technical field, you need to go for engineering, which is practically this is it's a myth. Outside India, it's not that. You want to work in NASA, it's not necessary that you need to become an engineer. You take physics, then move on to astrophysics, like that. So you need to first look at what are your areas of interest. Where do you want to go? You need to start thinking about it. I'm not saying take a decision now, but you need to have exposure. Like, okay, if I take, for example, if I take maths, what kind of careers will I have when I graduate with maths as a background? Similarly, if you want to take psychology as your subject, what kind of careers you have. So start exploring these things. It is very important. 10th is basically your major time for profile development, where you basically start researching about the colleges you want to target, what kind of activities you want to do. Again, I'll tell you what, this is a common myth in Indian society, that okay, you want to go for a college, get a social service certificate. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. So sorry, somebody muted me, I think. So it doesn't work like that. You simply get a social service certificate. So you need to think about it. Like, if you want to do, okay, we all know we require social work, but what kind of a social work? Does it basically, that kind of a project is aligned with the stream, or aligned with the subject, or aligned with the career I want to choose? So basically, you're building a story for yourself. You're not just getting certificates. Now, class 11th, you need to start getting for all the test preps and APs. APs, if you are targeting US, I'll come to come later what APs are. So you need to start looking at SATs, ACTs, and start preparing for it, and try and complete these things before you finish class 11th. Because class 12, then you're basically start working on your essays, SOP. You need to finalize the university. You need to look at the requirements, and application will start from September of the year before you are targeting. For example, if you're targeting for a September 23 intake, your application process will start from September 22. And most of the top colleges, I'll take a few examples like Oxford, Cambridge, last date is 15th of October. All the UCs and university colleges in USA, the admission timeline is November. Like, you need to apply within November. Texas universities, they close their admission window by 1st or 2nd of December. So you understand. And also for the scholarship part, you need to apply early. So we need to be prepared. We should not wait till the last moment. Just a minute, I think the screen got stuck. I'll again start. So now let's look at scholarship. What kind of scholarship there are? Like, there is merit scholarship, there are need-based scholarship. A lot of universities in USA, they provide you need-based scholarship. There's going to be a combination of sports need plus merit-based scholarship. Another route you can actually take, which is the athletic scholarship, which is primarily for USA. Like, all of you know that USA has varsity teams which they play against each other, and there are 16 approved sports. Like, it is NCAA, National Council for Athletic Admissions, it's a governing body which actually gives out these scholarships, and you will be amazed. Every year they take out 450,000 full ride scholarships for all the 1008 universities in USA. This includes Division 1 and Division 2. And Division 3 also provides sports scholarship, but it doesn't come under NCAA. So university provided through some other means. But you can also play in Division 1 and go get admitted through athletic scholarships. Now let's look at standardized tests. What all are you required at the undergrad level? So there is English proficiency test, which basically you can take IELTS, TOEFL, PT, Duolingo, but IELTS is preferred in most of the countries. SAT is for only 2 specific countries, USA and Finland. USA currently, a lot of colleges are SAT optional, but I generally suggest people should give SATs. Medical entrance test, primarily I only suggest, apart from India, for MBBS, I only suggest UK and Australia. So UK has 2 examinations, UK CAT and BMAT, and ISAT is examination for Australia. Now, if you want to do law again, Law is not taught at, like medicine, law is not taught at undergrad level in US and Canada. So options you have is Australia and UK. For UK, it's through LNAT. LSAT is after graduation when you are applying to for Juris Doctor in US, and there is LAT. Now, there's another test called Advanced Placement Test. What is Advanced Placement Test? This is basically university level test, which gives you college credit. And it is only applicable for USA. So USA undergrad is of 120 credits. So every year you need to complete 30 credits. And each advanced placement test gives you 5 credits. So if you in class 11 and after class 11 and after class 12, if you can attempt 336 and you can pass it out, you need to score more than 2/3. So you are actually accumulating 5 into 6, 30 college credit. So you are saving time, you are saving money. And that's why advanced placement tests come into the foray, right? Then for postgraduate, I don't know how many people are here for post-graduation. There is IELTS to anyways there. GRE, GMAT is there. GRE for all the masters and GMAT for all the work.
Sir, we have only students of class 11th and 12th. So
Okay,
we will be focusing only.
I'll skip this part.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So now let's come to profile development. You must be hearing that you need
one thing more, sir. One thing more.
Yeah.
We are going to introduce one lucky winner from this session for the free career counseling from our counselors.
Okay.
So whosoever is participating, they must be knowing. So we are noticing, our team is noticing.
Okay.
And we are going to announce the name.
Sure. That's great. That's great. Now, for me, profile building is basically finding your ikigai. Let's understand what ikigai is. I'm sure most of you have heard about it. It's a Japanese concept, which is a combination of what you love, your passion, your mission, what you're good at, what can be a profession, what can be a vocation, what is your mission, does the world need it, and can you get paid for it? The most important question out of it. So moment you find this combination of all these things, your life is easy. Like what you actually want to do. We at times, as I said, that Indian education system comes in silos. Like we probably want to do something. For most of the people, like it's divided into like 50% of the students who are going to pass 12, they are going to attempt JEE and NEET. More than 50%. So first thing, whatever you want to do, pehle engineering kar lo. It's a very, very, very wrong process to look at. So think about it. Think what do you actually want to do and how you can be really good at, right? So this is the thing which you really didn't think about. So what is exposure to the practical world? We don't have that. We need to go for internships. We need to look at summer programs. Another biggest problem I have seen mostly in our school students, especially who are from science and commerce background and who do not have this habit of reading from childhood, reading and writing. It becomes a problem. Understand one thing. Written communication is going to be the most important part of your journey throughout your life. The education system outside India is totally different. They are not going to evaluate you just on examination. There are going to be credit system. There are going to be, you need to basically submit papers. There are going to be research papers. You need to give presentations. So you are going to assess overall. So reading and writing is very important. It's a skill which you need to develop. At the end of the day, I have seen people running to counselors. Okay, please write the essays and SOPs for our children. I'm sorry. It is the most important piece of document and most important process of your admission. You are narrating your story and nobody can narrate your story better than you. So please understand, we need to give a lot of emphasis on that. We also need to have international exposures. We need to also have a research bent. I know we cannot do a primary research, but we should try and do a secondary research and get it published. Because if you see at the QS ranking, the one of the biggest weightage for these universities is research. Most of these universities get funding because of their research programs, and they want students who have somewhat of research bent. Now, personality development is also a very important thing. As I said, communication building, interview preparation. You also need to go through some video interviews. Like, for example, like University of Netherlands, they will call you for a video interview. Oxford, Cambridge, they will call you for a video interview. And we also need to basically look at study effectiveness, because while doing all these things, we should not lose focus on our academics. That is also very important. So best way to approach study effectiveness is to start making a timetable for us. It is very important. I always tell students, please make a timetable. Because at the end of the day, the most common excuse I have heard, time in Emila. I'm sorry, we have a lot of time, just that we don't map it. So we need to map our timings. So you need to make a daily timetable. This is the time I get up. This is the time is my school time. This is the free time. This is my me time. This is the here I'm going to put in my effort for SAT. This is the time where I'm going to do my work for research paper. Trust me, life is going to be easy. Even if you want me time, play time, video game time, friends time, put it over there. Just that we need to follow a calendar and a timetable. So now, as I said, research, these are some of the examples of research paper. Basically, it will actually change from student to student, and it will also change from stream to stream. So these are some of the examples of research papers. Now, there are a lot of Internshalas there. A lot of internships are available online. Some are paid, some are free. So you need to have this internship, and it is very important. Please trust me. You want to basically want to do majors in physics, and you have done an internship in digital marketing. That doesn't count, right? So whatever you do, it needs to be aligned with your story. You want to go for engineering and you're doing an internship in sales. It doesn't count. It doesn't make sense. So you need to look at the internship from the perspective of what you want to do. Now, summer programs, very important. You can go for it. Few of the summer programs also give you college credits, but at times it becomes international summer programs are expensive. So you also need to look at the pocket. Like then Berkeley is also has a summer program. I think they give around two college credits. But it is summer program gives you exposure to the international world. So if you can afford, if your parents can afford, I suggest you can look at few of them. EDI is an entrepreneurship development. It's in Ahmedabad. So it is also good, not expensive. But outside India, summer programs are going to be expensive. Social work, as I said, there are a lot of things, but it needs to be related to the stream, what you are doing. I'll give you an example for one of my students. Like he wants to pursue food sciences at his undergrad level in USA. So he's doing a project where he's basically taking out the nutrition value of staples which are low cost and doing it with an NGO to basically support pregnant and women of during pregnancy and post-pregnancy, because at the underprivileged class, especially after pregnancy, the care of mother diminishes because of the availability of money. So he's making a booklet where like he's researching and creating a list of food staples, pulses, which is rich in nutrition, but it is cheap and they can afford it, right? So what is happening? His project is also underway, and his social work is also being taken care of. So when I talk about social work, it should be like this, not like you go to some XYZ place and teach to English to underprivileged children for 2 days and get a certificate. I'm sorry, it doesn't count. It doesn't have any weightage. There are some online courses. Online courses is not going to help you in admission, but what it does is basically improves your skill. For example, you want to develop a software, you can basically do an online course on Python and develop something. But don't think that by doing these online courses, putting the certificate, you're going to get admission. But online courses are to basically up your skills. So we need to keep that in mind. So what we need to do is basically from class 9 to 11 is have focus. We need to start thinking about what we should do, how we should do, how we should approach, what should be my majors, how should I basically concentrate on my extracurricular activities, because as I said, it is not only your marks which counts, it is overall. Like for example, if I look at USA, the weightage is like 40% on your academics, 30% on your SAT score, and 30% on your profile. What you have done to basically show that you have a keen interest in the subject you want to pursue in that particular university, right? So we need to look at all these things. Now comes to admission. So university selection is one of the most important, should be the most important part, right? So you need to look at the right fit for you, not for somebody else. It needs to be a combination of budget, location, availability of job in that country after passing out. As I said, like for Finland, you go and do a computer or IT related course, you will easily get a job. Don't go to Finland and do a management. Now, Sweden and Denmark, you want to work into renewable energy, biotechnology, they are an amazing place. They are spending a lot of money. There are a lot of companies working in this field, but don't do psychology from Sweden and Denmark. You will come back after 6 months. So these kind of things you need to look at. You need to research a lot. You need to also go and look at the job portals of those specific countries. Like if you want to do X course over there, what kind of job opportunities are there in that field? Otherwise, you have to come back. You might, in a lot of countries, you might get a 2-year, 3-year stay back policy. But unless you get a job, your visa status doesn't change. So you need to basically select countries and select streams which will give you a job. Right? And another thing, and I tell this to everybody, you need to be in top 20, top 30% of your class. You get a job easily. You need to be very active in your class. You need to interact with your professors, because understand, in a foreign land, any company wants to give you a job, they also need to sponsor your work visa. And it is, let me tell you, India is also very difficult. In India, it is also very difficult to sponsor a work visa for an expat. So it is there in all the countries. So you need to make it worth. Otherwise, they will not give you a job. You will not get a job. You have to come back. So you need to be active. You need to think that 3 years, 4 years, whichever country has whatever kind of a duration, you need to be at it from the day one. If you don't do that, I'm sorry, you have to come back. Say 2 years, you try and look for a job. It becomes difficult. So be in top 20, top 30% of your class, right? Then, so this is it. So I think I'll take questions now, Sunil sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So this was an overview. Later on, we'll come up with more.
Okay. So this was only for the introduction, that there are a lot of myths in the bachas. So they can ask any question now. I'm allowing them to unmute themselves, but please remember, you have to raise your hand and I will be taking your name. Then only you have to ask the question. Please remember it. Okay. You all have right now to speak, but please unmute yourself, raise your hand, and then you can ask the question. Any one of you. all the participants now do have right. Are you able to unmute yourself? Can anyone check?
So they can also write their questions in the message and I can answer them.
Okay, please unmute yourself. I have given the right to unmute. Okay, now please check. Are you able to unmute yourself? Are you able to unmute yourself?
I think they can. A couple of people have done it and then.
Yeah. Okay. So now anyone have any question you can ask related to countries, related to courses, or related to fee structure, the entrance exams, the SAT and all, how to prepare, whatever it comes to your mind. You all have rights now. You do not have any
Excuse me,
queries?
sir.
Okay, I think
Excuse me, sir.
Nurpar want to ask some question. Nurpar, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Bacha.
Sir, I'm starting 12th this year, and if I have to build up my profile even from the scratch, then in addition to all the things that you have said, what extra things like any precautions or an adjustment I should do to fit it all in my timeline?
See, your timeline, your applications will start from September. So we are practically in April. So April, May, June, July, August. So you have exactly 5 months. Now it would also depend on which country you want to go, which course you want to take. So it would all depend on that. I won't be able to give you a generic thing, but for that I need to understand your profile and then basically give you a proper guidance.
Sir, my main aim would be USA and for a business management course. And as of my interest, I'm interested in business management, and in extras, I'm interested in reading and writing.
So as I said, I generally don't suggest the USA for business management. Understand one thing. A, it becomes very expensive. B, you will only get a 1-year OPT. It is a general skill. Getting a job becomes difficult unless you're in the really in top of your class. So think about taking it, deciding it. And another thing, have you attempted SAT or you're going to do it in May?
No, sir, I haven't attempted the SATs.
So you also need to, ideally you should have SATs, even though they say that it is optional, but for scholarship and all those things, it becomes required. So as I said, it is a generic advice, but to basically give you a specific advice, I need to understand your profile in details.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Gurpreet, you can ask your question, please.
Excuse me, sir. Good evening, sir, first of all.
Good evening.
Sir, actually, I don't want to go abroad. I just want to stay in India with my family. Basically, I am studying in Rewari, Haryana. I want to get admission in DU, not campus.
Gurpreet, we will have session on CU8. We have already taken one session on Sunday. So we will take another session. So we will take your question there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bacha. Thank you. Madhav.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Madhav.
Sir, basically, I am planning for Canada undergraduate computer science.
Okay.
So I am looking for that. So is there any exam related to that?
So can you speak a bit louder? I cannot hear you, Madhav.
Madhav, you are not audible. Can you check your mic?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, basically, I was planning for undergraduate in computer science in Canada.
Okay.
He wants to go to Canada, and
I got it. So what is your question like?
So shall I plan for starting that application from September onwards?
Yeah, because by 15th of January, all the things will get closed. So you need to start planning. Actually, you need to start planning from now because you need to look at the universities. You need to prepare for your essays and get it, select the universities. It's a whole lot of thing. And yeah.
Sir, but I got offer letter from one university.
Sorry?
Sir, I got offer letter from one university.
You are in which class?
12th.
You will be giving 12th this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for this year, it is already over. So if you have offer letter, then there's no point. You can take that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? You all have right now. You can speak. If you have some queries, you can ask.
Shruti, about CFA. CFA, you can do it from anywhere in the world. There are 3 groups. Actually, I'm a CFA. There are 3 groups. You can sit in India and just give the examinations. For that, you don't need to go to USA. And to be very honest, for CFA, you will not even get a student visa.
I think, sir, we do not have much questions today. So we should end the session today. And I'm going to announce the name of the person who have got the free counseling. The person can contact Mr. Rashri Rai directly. I will share the number with the person, and that person is Noor Par Kaur. So Noor Par Kaur.
Congratulations, Noor Par.
So you will get a direct free counseling session with the sir. You can contact whenever you want. Please, we will share all the details of yours to sir and sir's detail with you. Okay.
Okay, Shruti is asking, I'll take this last question. Opportunities for CFA, immense opportunity, core finance, CFAs, mostly you can get into banking, economics, and all kind of places you can go.
Okay. And let me see, sir, if we have received some questions on YouTube also.
Yeah.
If we have received, I will take the questions from there. If not, no, sir, we have not received any question on YouTube. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time.
Thank you, Shunil sir, for calling.
All the bachchas, if you have any queries in mind, you can contact me directly. You all must be having my number. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.